What's good, y'all? It's time we talk about how you can obtain yourself Myca. Myca is going to be available around 3 hours before the reset for the 18th. So the 18th is again going to be a Tuesday. So 3 hours before Tuesday daily reset, you'll already be able to get yourself Myca. And the way you can actually get her is listed all the way down in this bunch of text. And that is going to be come on, background fights, gear, hero fusion. You're going to need Tazira, Dellen, Evelyn, and Imani, all at level 50 and promotion grade 5. For those of us who've already sold our units above A5 and are wondering how we can get one of those back, the answer is right here. Imani is at the moment in the radar banner with Magda and Constance. And for those that don't really have a picture in their eye on who these heroes actually are, let's go through them real quick. So we have 2 out of the Watcher faction, and that is number 1, Dellen, the Twin Blade of Justice. And if I can actually spot her, Evelyn, the Warhorse heroine. Then we have out of the Infernal faction, as already talked about, Imani. And then out of the Piercer faction, a very underused epic, Tazira. So those are the 4 heroes you are going to require for yourself to actually get your hands on Myca on the day she actually comes out. And let's just briefly talk about this and the couple of nice changes that we're getting. Number 1, for those that do own an Ajax, Ajax is getting his buff on the 18th. Novras, the one I made a video about yesterday or 2 days ago, he's getting his rework also at the same time. Lily is now becoming an Esoteria order, so for those that are still struggling with the Esotericist faction trial, you get the chance to use Lily in that from the 18th onwards. Gear, we are getting 300 extra spaces of gear storage, so that's really good. And also look at this, increase the drop rate of ancient mythic gear in some stages of gear dungeon 1 and 2 and gear rate 1, 2, 3. Also increases the probability of increasing ancient mythic gear, of obtaining ancient mythic gear from the Gearforge. Really nice. Then we get the new demon soldiers, so the Fool, the Scalekin champion, Ardak's follower, and they'll be added to random demon soldier chests. Background feature, we already briefly talked about it. You can now run 2 instances of the same dungeon at the same time. So you could be running Gear Dungeon 1 and Gear Rate 3, or Gear Rate 3 and Gear Rate 1. Artifacts, we're getting the exclusive artifacts, so Constance's allows her to heal while ulting. Rav's is quite alright, but not that impressive for Guild Boss. Theowin's, Livians, and Greeds are all decent in their own right, but at the end of the day, they are sadly diluting the pool for exclusive artifacts. And then the limited fighter artifacts are number 1, a max HP increase and a damage increase artifact, as well as a damage increase on shield artifact. Gear refining will be available, which means you can re-roll a secondary stat to a higher value. You're going to get the materials number 1 from Gear Dungeon Shop and number 2 from the new Guild Boss. If you do refine a substat, it can only be this substat from there on, and if your result is lower than before, you're only going to get it upgraded to a higher version, so you can't under-roll it. We're going to get a skin shop where you can get the Hardset skin back, the Vierna skin, or the Theowin skin. Honestly, the Hardset skin is nice, the Vierna skin is good, but you kinda need the Sealer skin for it to make sense. And then the Theowin skin is honestly whatever. Guild Wars. We have a couple Guild Wars changes, but you can read through those on your own if you're really interested in them. Same with the friend system. And the Demonic Crusade is going to disappear after it is gone, and it will just come back and then be a permanent feature. All the change stages and main stages are going to be the same. The only thing that changes is that daily challenges are now a thing forever. And we now have Apple ID login for the Windows version. Sure. Overall, this is a ridiculous update. So much quality of life. So many great things. And you can't forget the fact that you can buy Vrav's skin upon reaching Platinum 1 for just 100 arena coins. So yeah, this has been it, and we see each other in the next one.